I was born in Beirut, in Lebanon.
You came over how old?
I was 23 in 1990. We were in the middle of a civil war, if you can say. We left, we came to Canada. I was very happy to be here. Back then I had 3 jobs. I was working 3 jobs. Because young, energy, you want to recover the years that you lost. I was working at a Subway all the way until 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I used to take the second shift at McDonald's, cleaning shift at night from 12 and up until the morning. And I was a jeweler at the same time. I had a job, day job. I was a goldsmith. At the same time, I was looking to build or open my own business. The idea was here with Marcello himself. He's an Italian. He immigrated from Italy, very successful man. My brother, he's married to his daughter. And that was a family business. So we joined the family business. Over the years, we became a successful franchise. 30 years of hard work, it's gone with the wind, overnight.
I was in and out of trouble a lot and lived a pretty, troubled youth, what most people would call it. And in fact, the gym is sort of what pulled me out of that. Quickly, I recognized the benefits of building the mind, the body, the spirit, and ever since it's always been my saving grace. I've had many, many years to go back and to reflect and to look at the shadows, look into the traumas, look into the things that shaped me over the years. And if I could go back and change anything, I don't think I would. I think there was a lesson in all of them. And I've come to terms with those lessons now. I've apologized for the things I've done wrong. I've forgiven myself for the things that I need to forgive myself for. And I wouldn't change a thing, man. If you are speaking your truth, if you're living and speaking from the heart, then your ego is not going to present itself, not in the ways that most people think of the ego anyways. As I've started to love myself more, as I've started to treat myself better, take care of myself better, my ego is not popping up and sabotaging me in the ways that it used to.
We named the restaurant under our daughter's name. Our goal was very family restaurant and run it by family. We name it this way, we run it this way as a family, and we are happy about what we do. We love what we do. You have to love what you do. When you enjoy what you do, I think that keeps you going. That's why I can do 7 days a week. I ran the pub for almost 8 years, 7 days a week for 8 years, and I had a very successful business. A lot of people actually right now supporting us. It's the people, they know me through the pub.
And then we decided to come back to Canada. And my wife was always wanting to open up a coffee shop. And then this place came up for out of nowhere, and then we decided to take a shot and gave it a go. And it's been 6 years. Everything was going very well, but all of a sudden with the COVID-19, all the lockdowns and restrictions, we got a big hit, yes. This is a crepe and waffle place, right? And we kept the main items, crepes and waffles, but we added a variety of it. And then we added a love to the menu. If you see it in the back of me, it says all the ingredients for one item, and then it says on top of it, we also added love. Like, I don't want to do Turkish food, but I want to do a little bit of everything. So I want to do like a little bit of French, I want to do a little bit of Italian, I want to do a little bit of Belgian waffle, I want to put a little bit of Italian gelato, Turkish coffee, espresso, a little bit of everything. That's what attracts people in here.
Mainly, we are in a captive audience building where we rely on traffic, jam traffic. So you need that traffic between 7 and 9 in the morning, and then 11 to 2 at lunch. And we pay top dollars in a Class A buildings mainly to generate the traffic. and March hits, traffic is gone, and we don't know what to do. If without the traffic, without the people, without the population, we can't do nothing.
How much did your business drop?
100%, completely.
I love socializing. I love talking to people. This is who I am. And finally, I found myself when I opened a coffee shop. I said, okay, this is who I am. This is who I would like to be. This is me. This is real me, yeah. Because I love food and I admire flavor, I don't have recipe. I just make food the way I like to make, and I taste them before I serve them. Usually I talk to people before I get the food order, and I go through the detail. I just want to make sure that, because I explain, I make everything here, right, by myself. So I know what I have inside, right? So this way, if someone, for example, say, oh, I'm not sure about this flavor, I explain exactly what you expect to taste in your mouth. I will give you a sample if you want to, but I don't want you to get disappointed.
Our focus is not just come in and build your body. Our focus is come in and build your body, build your mind, build your lifestyle, you know, sit down, let's talk. We really try to dig into their life as deep as we can so we can get to the core root of a lot of their problems and help identify them, fix them, and build them back up in that sense.
I was new to a business. I didn't know anything about business. 2 years after that, the first 3 years, it was a smooth going. It was growing. And we won a couple of awards, like the best customer restaurant of the year, quick serve. I would say 50% of my customers, they're regulars now. And then a lot of them I invited to my house, you know, when they see us, like we hug each other. Anything I need, anything they need, you know, we help each other. That really drive me forward to keep this business alive.
The first day we were ordered to close down or to evacuate the whole city, I had a bad feeling in my guts that this is not going to be something small. But in my mind, I had a feeling that we will open in 2-3 weeks, so I kept my stock. I actually stocked myself extra just to be careful. I don't want to get stuck and jammed when I go shop for my store. My stock loss is probably close to 70 grand, if not more. It's gone out of date. It's gone down to the garbage, freezer burn. Nothing's left. It's 9 months now. It's done. The government is helping, yeah, for sure, which we are very thankful, no matter what. But when I hit a brick wall, I'm going at a speed of 200 miles an hour, and I hit a brick wall, and then the system's still running after me. Everything is, to me, is a pitch black.
Like a bomb hit.
Like a bomb hit. And then you're still coming after me with your bills.
So I can tell you a story of a woman. She was 78 years old, older woman, overweight, lacking severely in mobility, flexibility. I always try to let the client tell me what their goal is. I don't try to tell the client what their goal is, right? And she said to me, I just want to be able to tie up shoes again. She'd been wearing Velcro shoes for several years. So we worked, you know, week after week and month after month and year after year, until one day she came in and she was just in absolute tears of joy and absolute tears of gratitude. And she just told me to look down, and there they were, these shiny red shoes with these bright white laces. And she says, you have no idea what you've done for me. You know, it tears me up a little bit even right now, but it's, that little thing to her was everything. Everybody's struggle is individual, everybody's goal is individual, and you know, what something means to someone, it's individual to their own path and purpose.
This style of restaurant I'm running is my dream. I was always dreaming to have a small restaurant and socializing with the customer, treat them the way I like, make them food the way I like. And so we got this one on November. We did renovation for 4 months, and we opened it on March 9, and COVID happened we shut down basically on March 13, 2 days before government enforced all the restaurant and bar to close. We are doing our best. We work a lot. Me and my wife, we put a lot of hours here.
You mean
Per day.
per day? You can say between 800 to 1100 transaction or customers.
And in March,
March, where it goes down.
20 people, 20 transactions.
Not even. Let me put it this way, from a hero to a zero. That's it.
On Sunday, average day between 9 to 1, we get about 200, 250 people in here. It's a lot. Yeah, I used to have 6 people working in there. This time, this place would be packed.
Lineups at the door.
Lineups, yes.
You call your car company, the lease, we'll defer it for 3 months, but then it didn't go anywhere. I didn't make money. You still be making your money. The landlord, okay, we're not paying the landlord now, but it's piling up. We're not paying Hydro, but it's piling up because this money, it waited for you where you had no income. I'm not waiting for income. There's no income waiting for me to come back to me, to pay for what they're waiting for. So I'm in debt. They will get their money.
You won't believe me if I tell you I have more than 100 to 200 of my guests' telephone number. They book the table by text to me personal. This is priceless. You know, this is you cannot reach, you cannot achieve in 24 hours. This is the long-term investment, not financially, maybe mentally, spiritually, emotionally, yes. That's what we create in the last, I'm in this business for almost 14 years, yeah.
From the start, we took a firm stance that we should be deemed essential. There's so many reasons why. We are preventative health care. You know, we're the first line prior to the hospital. What's the first thing that your doctor has told you? Regular exercise, healthy eating, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and these are all things that aren't being discussed right now. I don't see it on the news. I don't see it in the media. I don't see anybody talking about, here's what you can do to strengthen your immune system, the thing that was given to you at birth to survive something like this.
I've seen people walking, like getting into knocking that door and like handing me a envelope full of money. And then they were saying like, we used to spend this much money in this place, so now we can't come, but we know you need it. Well, that's how important the small businesses are. It's not only me.
Your business is suffering, not because of your product, not because of your service, and not because of your location.
No.
And the only source of your, well, let's call it failure, struggles, is completely out of your control.
Exactly. I think the word essential just gave them an excuse to do what they want.
From March 14, though officially they closed the doors, it was 80% drop. Between March 1st and March 14, I'm just gonna make the numbers, let's say I make 10 grand. From March 14 till end of the March, I made 2 or 3 grand. From August till September, it dropped at least 50%. Compared to last year's about this month, we're about 50% down.
The first restriction was a lockdown, so a restaurant can do only takeout. And our menu was not takeout friendly. You cannot sell any food at the takeout because the quality is not going to be the same. The food when goes to the takeout container hold all the steam. If the food like a french fries is crispy, gets soggy. We change everything. We change our whole menu that we work on it for 4 months maybe to be a takeout friendly. It's very difficult for us to switch back to who we are and again go back, right? It's so confusion for a lot of customers at the same time.
When I talk about health, I don't just talk about the physical health. It's the emotional health and the mental health. And the mental health aspect is so, so important, especially now, especially today. After the first lockdown, it was absolutely devastating what we've seen. I can't even tell you, my heart breaks just thinking about it. We have about 20,000 members in the Ottawa area. We didn't lose a single member to COVID-19. Absolutely cannot say the same thing about mental health. We had suicides, we had drug overdoses, we had domestic abuse, and we're talking deaths, not cases, deaths. If you want to talk cases, what we've seen with our members and the people coming through our door, their spirits, like the anxiety, the depression, the stress, the PTSD, it was devastating. We were doing everything that we could to try to take these people and piece them back together, build them back up, let's get them strong again, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and then it was right back to locking down again. And this is why I stand out against the lockdowns.
Margins are really thin, especially now with the skip the dishes and Uber Eats. The margins are really, really, really tight. Most of the small businesses don't have deep pockets. When you come in here on, let's say, Sunday morning, these COVID time, and you see all these plates packed, but that doesn't make me a millionaire because those people are here only Sunday. But if it goes like this, another 6 months, I don't think any of the small businesses would survive.
I have 3,500 square feet here. Do you think I need it? Look behind. It's been dark for 9 months now. I moved my operation to 100 square feet. That's it.
We know that we're going to get about 10% of the population. So if there's 10,000 people in the area, we're probably going to get 1,000 people who join the gym. That means I'm looking at, 10% of a basic population with that many deaths due to mental health. What about the other 90% that aren't going to the gym? What type of shape are they in?
So they're coming until now asking about our food because we offer healthy food. It's made fresh every day. My employees here at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is not an easy job. You have to be always smiling, always happy, always the same service. The cup of coffee they have here every morning, it changes their whole mood. And you know what? That affects their job when they go to work. That affects their boss, affects the operation.
Yeah.
It changes the mood. This is what we do without even anybody knowing that. Because we have a daily transaction, we still say hi, we shake hands, we hug, we talk, I know everybody's story. There's always action, there's always, now everything's online. All you hear is a doorbell, ding. We know it's not a friend, we know it's not any relative, we know it's not somebody you want to see, it's a box on the floor. Go pick it up. That's it.
Well, you can leave it over there and give me the paper I sign. You come early. See how much they charge and stuff. Sometimes mistakes happen. Sorry.
What did she do? She gave me a hug with a mask. You know why? This is what we were doing every day. When she sees a customer not happy, you can tell. Right away, can I give you a hug? Shake hands. It's the energy. And right now what?
It's against the law.
I had to deliver a food to elderly couple in the back of the building. I guess she wasn't allowed to go out, and I saw how she was appreciative when she saw me at the door. She wanted to give me a tip. I was like, no, I'm not here for a tip. All I'm here for, you're stuck, you can't get out, but you need something. She burst into tears just because I delivered that food. That's okay. But that keeps
It's affirming.
I want to be there. I want to be here. I am needed. So that's essential. For some people at least.
At a certain point, you have to pay the rent. It's fixed. You have to have employees. You cannot run by yourself. Hydro, water bill, gas, everything is fixed. No matter you make food or you don't make food. You need something first to make that margin to survive or keep the business running.
I hear my neighbor, a pizza guy here, the pizza shop. I hear him speaking loud with the customers. They're laughing. He's opening conversations. But you know what's the sad part of it is the echo. The lobby is empty. No chairs, no tables, barely any. What bothers you is the echo. It's you know what I mean?
The emptiness.
The emptiness.
I'm not a hospital worker, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but people need to communicate with others. I see people coming in, they're talking like 10 minutes. Hey, you only bought a coffee, but she needed to talk because she can't talk to anybody.
I had a mother call me about her son, a young guy who works out with us, right? 14 to 16 years old, battles depression, big time, using the gym as his, his daily healthy outlet to beat that. And she says, I don't know what to do. Like, she's like, he's at the end of the rope. Like, he's talking about killing himself. Like, we're talking a kid.
Should I keep going, or should I call it and I start something else? Maybe if I call it and something else, I'll lose less. So you take those risks while you can shut it down and say, okay, I'm gonna go find some safe job, maybe even minimum wage, but I don't put myself or my family in the danger zone.
What do? You're gonna get a job at McDonald's again? What do you want to do?
What will you do? So let's say the worst case scenario, in 6 months, you have to close. You have to make that tough decision. What the hell are you gonna do? Jesus.
Let's leave it until then. Yeah.
Okay, now we're divided again. Now you have the free thinkers and you have the sheep. That's not going to get us anywhere either. We need everybody to come together. We need people to start thinking for themselves. Once in a while, it would be good if somebody could turn off their television, if they could sit down and close their eyes, if they could turn their energy inward, even for a moment, and just think, okay, how do I feel right now, right? Like, let me reconnect to myself. What does my instinct tell me? What does my intuition tell me? You know, all the things that we were put on this planet with way before the television told us what to do, way before a book told us what to do, way before the internet told us what to do. You know, what do my primal instincts tell me right now? What is right and what is wrong? And that's what people need to start to do. They need to stop relying on all these external sources and turn it inward.
How do I maintain my mental situation and stability? Because I have family, I have children, I have wife, I have a house to take care of. I have to stay positive. I can't just be grumpy and then let this thing bury me alive. No.
And all I see is these people going at each other, destroying each other, scrapping each other, punching each other, kicking each other, discrediting each other. And they'll do it at any cost.
It's like you're boxing, you're in a boxing match, and you were knocked out, you're on the ground.
You'll never know who's right or wrong because all you're hearing is who's wrong.
You try to get up, you're wiggly. You probably will be able to stand up and then you fall down. Or you're injured, you're lifted away. So how long will it take you to recover?
There's never about what's right. There's never any kind of let's work together.
Okay, we're knocked out. We're gonna get up on our feet, but how? Are we wiggly? Are we strong enough? Can we sustain?
Their stupid vote for us doesn't work for me. You want my vote? You know, I want to know, like, what are you willing to do? How do you work with the other party? How do you handle someone who challenges you? How do you handle someone with different views?
Are we able to go back in the ring? That's the idea. Can you? I don't know. What's the damage?
And we need to start trusting ourselves, right? We are powerful, man. We are powerful. We the people, we have the power.
Because they kept telling me they will shut down the power. They will.
I try not to think about it. Because if you think about it, I think you lose it. Mental issue is way more important than financial right now in this crisis. And I'm one of them as well. I try to be positive, but I can see it's tough. It's tough for all of us.
One of my customers, for the probably one, first time in the 6 months, she walked in, she saw this place empty, she burst into tears, and then she ran away. Her husband waited inside to get the food.
And so we're told that the lockdown is the solution. We're told that the mask is the solution. We're told that the 6 feet apart is the solution. We're told the vaccine is the solution. But we're continuing to trust the process. We're continuing to trust the plan. But when are we going to trust ourselves?
My wife, she helps me here. She's a housewife. She's taking care of 3 kids, beautiful kids. And my wife, she's being very supportive. And I lost the thoughts. It's just too much on my mind.
I spent 35 years of my life being completely suppressed from my emotions. It took me going deep down a spiritual path before I could connect to my own self, to my own emotions, and then feel comfortable, vulnerable enough, and confident enough to share them with other people. Most people, they've been taught to shell up, they've been taught to close in. So if that is our conditioning, well, what do you think happens when you put that person who's already prone to shelling up, to closing in, to suppressing their emotions, in their house, alone, with nobody for months?
I've been to the labor board once in my life, and he was shocked, the officer. I didn't know what labor board is. This is what we do here. This is what we do in our operation. My employees here, the one I sent home, the one that got home, they've been with me for 15, 16, 18 years, and they're all wonderful. And they care about me. And they're all offered to come and help me for free, honestly.
Everybody is relying on these miracle drugs, but we are the miracle. We are the miracle. We just need to trust ourselves enough to do it, and we need to take care of ourselves enough to do it. Stop polluting ourselves.
It's the connection with people. I have customers, when they eat from my buffet, they're looking for the cook. They go to the kitchen, straight to the kitchen, to see who is the cook. They talk to them. They explain to them. They're happy. And then the customers, I try to imitate your food at home. It's not the same. I said, of course, it's not going to be the same. Exactly. And they're happy to be here. And now they're missing this operation.
I'd like to have a seat at the table, right? If we're talking about health and fitness, let's get some health and fitness professionals at the table. You were to take somebody from each sector and allow them to have a voice on how we can move forward with this, and if this is going to be long, how we can live with this, right? Because the lockdowns are not the answer. Almost everybody knows that it's not healthy.
I go home tired from doing nothing. From doing nothing, I go home exhausted. My wife, she said, what's wrong? I said, I'm tired. From doing nothing, from just moving in 9 square feet. Probably is the emotion. It's affecting you physically. Yeah. It's just the quietness, the echo. Again, the word echo. You know how powerful the word essential? Echo is the same. It's got the same power. Echo, it means vacancy. It's vacant, nothing. You can hear yourself. You can speak and hear yourself. You hear your echo.
The echo effect.
Yeah.
Think of the effect.
You're in a desert. You're in a mountains. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Without my guests, without my friends, customers, I couldn't survive. Of course, government help, big time. Without government help, I would be gone by now. A lot of countries, they don't have the privilege that we have here, so we have to be grateful. And I can say that easy because I come from a different culture or different country, and we have to be very grateful about the country we are living at. That is something I like to say all the time.
12 sessions of chemo. I did it during the summer of 2019, so I wasn't here at all. 6 months later, it was a COVID hit. We're getting tested, I guess, from the God. It's a big test. Are we gonna be able to fail? We don't know. We're still in it together, and then we will survive together, hopefully.
I believe that these lockdowns have to end. I believe that there's no other way. It's not sustainable. It's just not. People are really crumbling inside, and you know, we need to be able to be there and be of service for them, and not just us, but so many members of our business community and our community as a whole. You know, to me, the biggest heartbreak in this all is the loss of human connection. That's what's so important. Like we need to reestablish that. We need to reconnect. We need to be able to be there for each other, to be there for our neighbors, to be there for our fellow man and woman.
I come from a different culture, from a different country, from a different world. Vanya comes from here, from a different world. You know what was the common? The hug and the strong hug, not just hey, hi, tap on the shoulder. No, like a strong hug, like the handshake. What is that? You know, I hope it's not going to be illegal. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Right now it's illegal. Yeah. Right now, nothing. We were nothing else. That's it.